I'm a great believer in there being the perfect car for everyone. Not everyone has the same car. For some people, a Nissan Juke will be just what they want, and I don't judge them for that too harshly, whereas other people might be perfectly suited to a BMW M3 Touring, and those people are awesome. Me, personally, not ashamed to admit this, my perfect car soulmate is the Skoda Superb. Yes, I know Skoda's about to replace this with an all-new Superb, but I wanted to review the old one because it's a bit of a practicality bargain. This is a mid-spec SE Tech model with the 2-litre diesel. It's got 22,000 miles on it, and it's going to cost about £21,000 from Motorpoint. In this video, I'm going to make a case for it being the best estate car in the world that doesn't have a V8 engine. Let's go. Now we've got an exciting bit out of the way, let's talk about the way the Superb looks. This version came out in 2015. If you cast your mind back, that is the year that Jeremy Clarkson punched a producer, so it's been around a while. It got facelifted in 2019 to have these sharper headlights. This is an SE Tech model, so they're just normal LED headlights. SEL models, the top spec ones, get LED matrix headlights so they can block out oncoming cars from the beam pattern. I think it looks smart still, it's a bit austere, sort of Skoda-ish, and in black, it is a little bit like a hearse. The downside of this being one of the most practical cars you can buy is it's also quite big. It's 4.9 meters long, making it longer than a BMW 3 Series Estate, and you don't get a reversing camera as standard, which is a bit of a shame. You do get front and rear parking sensors, but it is a bit of a behemoth. And here it is, the reason the Superb is the best estate car in the world. 660 litres of boot space heaven. It is huge in here. It's a really useful space. I've got cubby holes here. I've got a nice flat floor. I've got some underfloor storage. The amount of stuff I have to take on family holidays, trips, nights away means this car is just the king of all cars. It's bigger than a BMW 5 Series estate boot as well, despite being about half the price to buy. Now there is a Superb hatchback as well. That's also got a big boot, but not quite as big, so get the estate. The only downsides really are that the Skoda Octavia's boot is 640 litres, which is almost as big as this, and the replacement Superb coming out soon is 690 litres, so it's bigger than this. What could you possibly need all that space for? Oh yeah, children, nappies, tantrums, and shattered dreams. At first, the Skoda Superb's cabin looks about as fashionable as a monochrome slug, but when you've actually lived with it and used it as a family car, oh, it's got all the things you really need. For a start, storage is really good. I've got a sunglasses holder up here. I've got big, deep felt-lined door bins so things don't rattle around. I've got a big space under here with a USB-A in it. I've got cup holders here, including a central one with dimples in, so you can open a bottle one-handed so it grips it. That's really cool. Under here, you've got space for your phone, a USB-C, a 12-volt, a big glove box, also felt lined so things don't rattle around. And then the tech's pretty good as well. This is an SE Tech, so I've got a digital dashboard as standard. I've got the smaller 8-inch infotainment screen, but it's got wireless Apple CarPlay, so you can just use all of your phone's apps through it. I've got physical knobs for all my heating and that stuff. Got heated seats on this one, and I quite like Skoda's slightly retro 2-spoke steering wheel. Looks a bit boring, but sometimes it's the smart things that really matter when you've got two screaming kids in the back, and this has got smart stuff in spades. Now, when it comes to back seat space, it's fair to say I have seen more cramped oceans than the back of the Skoda Superb. I'm 6'3", that's my driving position. And I've got so much room back here. It's just ridiculous. I've got loads of footroom as well. I've got headroom. The seats are actually pretty comfortable. The only real downside is there's a big old hump in the middle of the floor. So your middle seat passenger's got a wide seat, but their feet haven't really got anywhere to go. Down here, I've got a 12-volt socket and a very de rigueur ashtray. And you've got big door bins, which are lined in felt as well. So yeah, if you're putting child seats back here, your kids will have to have really long legs to kick you in the back. It is just biblical. My house is smaller than this, and this feels like a presidential limousine. Proper comfy. So the Superb is pretty superb, and to drive it's okay, I suppose. It is comfortable and it's very easy to drive. Even this manual gearbox is very easy to use. The clutch is very light as well. Visibility is good all around, although the rear window could be in a different postcode. It is so far away behind you. And yeah, it's just comfortable and easy. What more do you really want? Now, this 2-litre diesel engine with 150 horsepower would be my pick. I had one of these for about 4 months as a company car with the DSG automatic gearbox, and that got 65 mpg on a motorway run. It's got quite a big fuel tank as well, so you would easily get over 600-700 miles to a tank. Once I got the economy so high, I saw 950 miles to a tank of diesel. So if you want a car that is great for road trips to Europe with loads of stuff in the boot, it is such a good choice. It's not going to throw you like a BMW estate car might, nor is it especially fast unless you find the 280 horsepower four-wheel drive version, but it does everything it needs to in the driving department. Anyway, let's head back to Motorpoint for an all-round conclusion of this wonderful machine. I think it's going to be a good one. So yeah, the Skoda Superb might not be the most exciting car in the world to drive nor look at, but those are the only two real negatives. It is a brilliant load lugger, it is great value for money, and if you need a family estate car, it is the best you can buy right now. If you don't want the fancy driving dynamics of a BMW and you just want a comfortable, refined cruiser with room for the entire world in the boot, then there is no better choice than this. And yes, there's a new one on the way. I can't see it being an awful lot better than this one. Bargain. 10 out of 10. It wins. It wins cars. It's won my heart. Thank you if you've made it this far in the video. You get the special prize of looking up my nostrils while I say like this video, subscribe to the Motorpoint YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time when I won't be dribbling on the camera. Goodbye.